Hi there folks, in today's demonstration I'm going to show you how you can build a custom connector that connects to an API. Now what makes this different from normal videos, I do have a video on connecting to a Ticketmaster API and also a Movies API, but this is about connecting to an API that doesn't exist. So what does that mean? Well, I do a lot of demonstrations, I need to create mock APIs that have fake data. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's jump into the demonstration. So today I'm going to start things off from Copilot Studio, and I'm going to jump across into Tools, and from within Tools I'm going to create a new tool, and we'll go straight ahead and jump into Custom Connectors. Now you'll see I already have a connector here. It's a Microsoft Learn MCP connector, which I built in a previous video, but today what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a brand new connector from blank for our holiday API. Now this is a completely fake API. It doesn't exist, but for the purpose of me looking to prototype within Copilot Studio, I really wish I had an API that could, first of all, get hotels, and maybe another API that could get flights. And if I can build that in a custom connector without using an official API, without using pro code services like Azure Functions, I can quickly fire up an agent in Copilot Studio and start prototyping and start experimenting with the generative orchestration. Equally, it gives you an opportunity to demonstrate an API that you don't have access to because you can't get the API key from IT, but you can go and build your proof of concept, demonstrate its value back to those in your organization, and they'll be amazed. You've been able to build an API, at least a fake API, in a custom connector, and then demonstrated the power of agents in Copilot Studio. So back into the custom connector, first of all I need to do is to give it a name, and I'm going to call this the holiday connector, and we'll click continue. And then there are multiple fields. I'm going to skip quite a few of these, to be honest, because they're not needed. The one that's key here is the host, and for the host you can put literally anything in there. I'm going to put in dummy API, and then move on to security. So security is how you connect to the API. We don't actually have an API. It's a dummy API, so I can skip that and move on to the definition. Now, if you're using Power Automate already, and maybe even Copilot Studio, you should be familiar with what an action is. Every connector has at least one action, possibly multiple actions, and we're going to define two actions today, the get hotels and the get flights. So all we need to do is click on New Action and create a Get Flights action and give it an operation ID. Again, we'll go with Get Flights. And we can change the visibility. I'm going to make it important so it's visible straight away. And then we get to import from a sample. Now, we don't have a sample because there's no API, but we're going to get, and we're going to type in again, Get Flights in this case, and import. And that's it. We have our dummy API, get flights. So at the moment, we have an action that when called is simply going to return nothing, which is not much use, but we're going to use Copilot to generate some sample JSON so that can be returned back to our agent and we can experiment with the generative orchestration. So that's all I want to do for now on the get flights. I'm going to do exactly the same thing here now for get hotels. And again, operation ID, get hotels. I'll make it important. I'll go into the request, make it a get, type in get hotels, and import. And then we move on to the next step, which is the interesting bit. Now, if we click onto code, you'll see that we have the ability to run some C# code. And at the moment, that code is disabled. But if I enable it, as well as introducing this new drop-down, which enables me to choose which actions this code runs on. I'm going to leave it as default, so it runs on all actions. We have this sample code, and at the moment, it's simply going to return an object with a key that is message and a string which says hello world. Now, of course, we want to return hotels and we want to return flights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump across into Copilot in my browser, and I'm going to ask it to generate me some sample flight details from Aberdeen to Las Vegas, because I'm going to the Power Platform Community Conference, very excited about that, and provide it to me as both stringified JSON and JSON. And we'll hit enter. Now what I mean by stringified and normal JSON is at the moment within the C# code we can see on the screen, it is stringified. It's got forward slashes in front of any double quotes. And then what we're seeing on the right hand side right now is normal JSON, where it's just output as a normal array. So we can see this has given us 2 flights, not many options, and some extra details about the total duration and price. So you can experiment with this if you want to output more data. If you've got very specific data you want to output, maybe not necessarily flight details, this is what you need to go through in terms of a process. You need to go and create some JSON. You can use Copilot, ChatGPT, whatever you please. And you'll see I have this stringified JSON. If I copy that, I can close Copilot. And then if I overwrite this existing message, I can paste that in. And that now gives me the flight details for my flights endpoint. Now, of course, I've got a hotels one as well. And I can jump back in here and say, can you create me the same for some hotels in Vegas? And of course, Copilot will do the same, and it'll give me, hopefully, an array of hotels in Vegas, as well as a stringified version. Now, you're probably thinking, which is what I was thinking when I first did this, I've got 2 actions, yet I've only got 1 string. So we actually need to create some logic that will allow our C# code to output different values depending on whether it's get flights. So if we go back to our original definition, you can see we've got get flights and get hotels. So we need to get some assistance here from Copilot, because I don't write code very often. So if I jump back into the code, what I can do here is I can copy this code, and then over on the right hand side in Copilot, I can say, I have some code for a custom connector, and I am looking to return either the hotel or the flight array based on 2 actions called get flights and get hotels. And I notice I've left a space in get flights. I need to make sure it's exactly the same. Here is my code. Can you update it? So I'll paste in that code. I'll send it across to Copilot, and I'm hoping in return we get the updated code. So absolutely, here's the updated code. You can see we've got the flights JSON code, and we've got the hotels JSON code. And then I expect further down, we've got some logic here that if the operation ID is equal to get flights, we use the flights JSON, and if it's used for get hotels, we get the hotels JSON. And it's even added in an error if an action is called that doesn't exist. So pretty cool that. If we copy it and overwrite what we've got here, I can close down Copilot and then move back to the definition. So with the definition, we now also need to go and provide the default responses for both the get flights and the get hotels, because that's going to help our agent understand, in effect, parse the JSON that comes back. So remember, I asked for both the stringified and the full fat JSON. If we go down to the bottom here and go to the response, I'm currently working in the get flights. I can click on import from sample, and if I pop open my Copilot again, just scroll up, I need to go and find the flight details. I can scroll up and copy that, paste it in here, import, and you'll see that it's parsed it so that our agent and anything, our app, our flow, can understand the data that's being returned by our code. If I hit the back button here and then jump into the get hotels, exactly the same process, scroll down into the default response, import from sample, and then if I find the hotels, I can copy it this way and paste it in and import. We now have that parsed too, and our custom connector is ready to be created. So now I can close down Copilot, I can hit the create connector button, and everything being well, it will all work and we can move across into Copilot Studio. So just before I do jump back into Copilot Studio, if we jump onto that test pane, I've already created a connection and we can now simply test those operations. So if I hit test operation on get flights, we can see that we get those flight numbers back. And if I go to get hotels and test that too, we get back our hotel details. So we now have a custom connector that when you run the get flights, you get flights, and when you run the get hotels, you get hotels. And of course, now we can move across into Copilot Studio and test out the generative orchestration with our new tool. So back over in Copilot Studio, rather than use the Copilot experience, I'm going to go into the configure tab here and just give our agent a name. And this is the holiday agent. And we'll go straight ahead and create this agent. So with the agent provisioned, we can see that generative orchestration is already enabled. And if I jump across into tools, I can go and add in those two actions from the new connector that we've just created. So I'll search for hotels. And we can see I have my get hotels action, and I can go ahead and add that into my agent. And then if I do exactly the same here, add another tool, look for the flights this time, and there is my get flights action for the holiday connector. I can also add that to the agent, and then I can go ahead and ask a simple question like, I am looking to travel to Vegas for the PPCC. I need a flight from Aberdeen and a hotel in Vegas. What are my options? And then we can see how the generative orchestration has called both the get flights and the get hotels. We've got a need to create a connection. This is normal because it's the first time I've ever used this connection. And I can just go ahead and connect here. But so far, so good. This is looking like it's going to work first time. If I jump back into Copilot Studio, hit that retry button, we can see that we've now got a response based on the flights from Aberdeen to Vegas and the hotel options using that data from my fake API. And of course, that now enables you to build out prototypes, test out the generative orchestration. And so on that note, I am done. Make sure that you leave me a comment below. Let me know what you've built, what you've learnt. I don't plead enough. It does my channel the world of good to have a video that's liked and shared loads and commented on. So if you do, I really appreciate it. If you're a member, I really appreciate you even more. And thanks very much for coming along and watching to the end. I'll see you again sometime soon. Cheers.